Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors at Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and I hope everyone's enjoying the hot weather that we're having in the UK at the minute. And news is emerging today that Solo 45 will not be enjoying that weather for the next 14 years minimum. The grime MC who came to fame with songs like Feed 'Em to the Lions, he has been convicted of 30 of the 31 charges of serious sexual assault back in March. His trial was actually delayed for a period of time. Anokye, also known as Solo 45, has been sentenced to a 29-year extended sentence comprising of a 24-year jail term, which he will serve at least 2/3, and an extended licence of 5 years. During a 4-month trial at Bristol Crown Court, the jury heard the 33-year-old waterboarded and raped his victims. He filmed them crying and in pain as they begged him to stop. The jury was forced to watch some of the disturbing footage. The court was told that Solo 45 wanted to play a rape game, with one victim saying the abuse was so bad she wanted to die. The convictions relate to 4 different women, and all of them remain anonymous for legal reasons. A jury of 7 women and 5 men found Andy guilty of all charges except one, after deliberating for 10 hours and 55 minutes. He was found guilty of 21 rapes, 5 charges of false imprisonment, 2 charges of actual assault occasioning actual bodily harm, and 2 charges of assault by penetration. He was found not guilty of 1 charge of rape. Anokye appeared via video link at Bristol Crown Court on July the 30th, 2020. The prosecution, Christopher Quinnan, told the court Andy demonstrated a complete lack of empathy and was a calculating, manipulative man who had no concept of what right-minded people would see as proper behaviour. He maintained his innocence throughout the whole court case and had not perceived his actions to be rape. The judge told Andy to register as a sex offender indefinitely and handed him a 29-year extended sentence. The judge, William Hart, said that he terrorised women and reduced them to a state of absolute submission to satisfy his perverted desires. The judge said that Anokye was a powerful, dominating presence who controlled women. He said he had no sexual boundaries. He said Andy had a significant record for violence, but none of them was sexual violence. Andy was on the rise as a musician and he was signed to Island Records, but none of his fellow artists knew of his dark side, the court was told. Judge Hart said the convictions deprived him of that career and it is his fault and his fault alone. Andy was diagnosed with having an antisocial personality disorder, which included the incapacity to experience guilt. The court heard that the judge said a psychiatrist concluded that Andy represented a continued risk for future violence if untreated. The judge also said that he was a dangerous offender, and he concluded that this is not a case where a life sentence is justified. He said an extended sentence was definitely necessary. The judge told Andy to register as a sex offender indefinitely. And the grime star rented an apartment in the Millennium Promenade in Bristol, and he was part of the grime collective Boy Better Know. And of course, questions were raised as to how people could not know that he was this way inclined, or that he would hurt these women, or that he would be able to do it for such a period of time. And nobody actually confronted him. But as they did state in court, nobody part of the group knew about his actions. But it does make you wonder to how secretive somebody can be, and at the same time you've got to think how traumatic that must have been for these 4 women as well. If they're saying that he's got a diagnosed condition that means that he's unable to feel guilt, he definitely needs help, and there definitely needs to be more done to combat that, and also try to find people with this illness that are not diagnosed and try to stop it only being diagnosed once something's happened. So it's a terrible story and sad news as well. It's been a bad week for grime as a whole. I've got some stories this week that I'll be reacting to that will not be getting advertisement from YouTube. I've got Ghislaine Maxwell's story coming up this week as well, the reaction to the Epstein case. So I'd appreciate it if you do support the channel to please become a member from only $1.99 a month. When merch is dropping, you'll get discounts and also extra news as well. And it's a brilliant way to support the channel. I really appreciate you joining me today. I'll be back again very soon with some more news. Peace.